What's up, football fans? And it's time for another NFL week number 13 picks and predictions. Let's just get right underway with it. I messed up. I messed up hard. And the reason I messed up hard was because of a lack of faith. And from here on out, I am not changing a single pick for the rest of the goddamn season because I had Buffalo picked. I had Buffalo picked in the Thursday night game, and this moron here believed the big fat cheater himself, Bill Belichick, could pull one out against the very tanking Buffalo Bills. Supposedly the greatest AFC team this year, but has been falling short of that, title for the most part in recent weeks. And I thought that if anyone was going to do it, it would be the big fat cheater himself. But without Tom Brady at the helm, Bill Belichick ain't nothing to write home about anyway. So, yeah, I bet on it. I fucked up. Not going to make that mistake ever again. So, unfortunately, we're going into this week with a 0-1. 0-1. Goddamn. Even though last week we ended up having our best week, even though we weren't close to winning the week, we had our best week last week. And the reason. Let's talk about the reason here for why Thursday night, why would I even bother to change my pick? I'll tell you why. Because other than one underdog, according to Yahoo Pro Sports, other than one underdog, I have all the favorites this week. And I don't like seeing that. I like to pick with my gut. I don't like to know what the odds are. I don't like to know who the favorite is. I like to pick with my gut. And unfortunately, they tally, the way we pick them pro football, the way they tally it is the left-hand column is the favorite to win the week, and the underdogs are always listed in the right-hand column. So when you pick a bunch of teams, when you pick all your bets, you can see when you're heavy on one side or heavy on another. And I feel like that influenced my choices. It certainly did for me, because the only reason I went with New England was because I only have one underdog pick this week. And so I decided to change from Buffalo to New England to at least get myself two. I thought, maybe. I don't know. It was a stupid decision, alright? Alright, so let's move on to Sunday Night Football. So we have Sunday football. We have the Pittsburgh Steelers up against Atlanta. I'm picking Pittsburgh. Once again, this week I might get 0 points, alright? So let's just be real. So I'm picking Pittsburgh. We're going to run down this roster really quick, honestly. We're going to go Pittsburgh Steelers up against Atlanta. It's Pittsburgh. We're going to go Green Bay Packers up against Chicago Bears. We're going Green Bay. Jacksonville Jaguars versus Detroit Lions. The only upset other than the New England bombshell that I did. And now I'm questioning changing this pick. But because I changed the pick before, it's Detroit Lions. It was my one honest upset pick, and I changed New England based on this stupid system that Yahoo Sports goes for. Yahoo, you suck, you're outdated, go Google with this shit. Anyways, Minnesota Vikings up against the New York Jets, going Minnesota Vikings. Washington Commanders up against the New York Giants. Probably the only great game going on right now this week, and I'm actually going to be going with the Redskins. Going with Washington. I'm going to go with Washington over the Giants. A lot of people are going to pick the Giants, and even though somehow Washington is favored in New York, I really do think Washington can beat the Giants. So then we have the Eagles up against Tennessee, going the Eagles. Baltimore Ravens up against Denver, we're going the Ravens. Cleveland Browns, definitely over Houston. I'm sorry, Houston is the worst team in the league. Seattle Seahawks up against the Rams. This is a questionable one. And now I sort of wish I had stayed with Buffalo, and then I was willing to switch my pick from Seattle to the Rams. But since I've been burned now, not once but twice this year, by changing my already gut pick, I have not won. I have gone 0-2 on changing my initial pick so far this year. So I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I picked Seattle. We're going with the Seahawks. Then we get into the 49ers up against Miami, and I got the 49ers. I really do. I got the 49ers over the Dolphins. I just feel like the Dolphins are good, but the 49ers are better. Kansas City Chiefs up against Cincinnati. That's a no-brainer. We go with the Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes. Chargers up against Las Vegas. Chargers are an odd team. They always have been. Chargers have been an odd team since I got into football. They are like they're a 500 club all the goddamn time. Some weeks they will beat, like in this particular year, they'll beat Kansas City and Buffalo on the road. And then go ahead and lose to Denver and Houston the next 2 weeks. Chargers have always been the weirdest team in the NFL. That's just a goddamn fact. You never know what the Chargers are doing. But I am going with the Chargers this week. Then, of course, how about them Cowboys? We're going with the Cowboys over Indianapolis. No problem. And then Tampa Bay over New Orleans. I, once again, sort of felt, other than the Giants pick, I sort of felt that the New Orleans, and the Rams pick, I felt like New Orleans maybe. But since I got burned on the Thursday night game, I don't want to be burned on the Monday night game, so I'm going to definitely go with the favorite for Monday night. So it's like, if I had not got burned on Thursday night, I might have considered switching my pick from the Buccaneers to the Saints. Maybe potentially to win a week. But no. I'm sticking with these picks. I'm not changing anything. It is what it is. We are currently, win-loss ratio is 104 to 76. Not the greatest ratio in the world, honestly, but at least it's a winning ratio. Something to be said for that. So, anyways, that's the picks for Week 13 of the NFL. Let's see what you guys pick in the comment section down below. Seriously, guys, comment your picks. I haven't had anybody comment their own picks. You know, maybe I'm releasing these videos too late. You know, they're right before the 2 o'clock games. Maybe they're too late. Maybe nobody's interested. The view count's not great on them, of course. But, you know, once again, if you are a football fan and you are watching the video, let me know what your picks are. So, that's my spiel. And we'll see you guys back here next week for more Sunday football. Week 14 in the NFL. Looking forward to it. You guys are too. I know you are. And we'll see you back here next time for some more football.